Thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use The Art of Love Tarot by Denise Jarvie, artwork by Tony Carmine Salerno. There's the full box, but if you want that information, there it is. The website for this one, I want to say it's Blue Angel. BlueAngelOnline.com. It's there at the bottom. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Hopefully you can see the spelling for that too if you want to. This is illustrated by Jessie Reish, which is at the top of the orange. And the website is at the bottom, hayhouse.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. And finally, I use the Dungeons and Dragons dice is what they are. They're metal. It's there. It's Amazon.com if it focuses. If it decides to focus. Is it doing it? Maybe. I use the 20-sided one for the Major Arcana. There's 21 in the Major Arcana, but I just use the 20-sided dice. For the Minor Arcana, I use these 4-sided dice to decide the suit, and then I use the 12-sided dice for which number card, which only goes up to Knight, but still. That's how I use it. Anything else? I think we're good. All right. Hopefully that helps. And let's get into your reading. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. This reading is valid for whenever you come to it. That being said, what do we have for Leo? That's your card. The Force card is the Strength card in most tarot decks. Very interesting outcome going on here. Oh, you got the Success card. That fell out while I was shuffling. So you have success here. Success that I'm thinking you might be questioning. I feel like I'm having a difficult time dealing with somebody. They're difficult. They're difficult right now. They're difficult. It just seems to be the same. They might be, in your opinion, you might find them very stubborn, and you're constantly wanting change, and they're always, anything you try to change, they try to change it back. They're always in your way. They're always holding things back in a place where like, it's so boring, it's so stale, it's so same. And I feel like you're kind of like, I'm over it. I'm over that whole situation. This is something that you have been working with quite a while. You've been trying to negotiate. The negotiations are very slow. What you want versus what they want. You do move forward to what you want, but it takes so long that I feel like it's kind of stressful. Not horribly stressful, but it's kind of like I just feel like I'm held down. I do get what I want. It does kind of have a benefit to it, but it's not how I normally run. It's not how I normally work. I can't start things the way I want them to. It takes forever. This is a very slow process for this situation. There's a reason you like it, though. You're very bonded to this. You're very loyal to this situation at the same time. So there's something here you very much love. So it's a struggle to deal with it, but you do deal with it. And the struggle is because of the slow-moving stagnancy. Stagnancy? I don't even think that's a word. Stagnant energy of it. Very bonded to it. You do definitely care about it. There is mutual respect, but the other side seems to look at you in the sense of like you're too random, you change too much, you're too flippant, you're too easily swayed. So there's this conflict or converse, compare and contrast. There's a strong contrast between you and them. I got another one here. I got the Queen and I got the Knight of Cups is what these are. The hearts are cups. This other person is going to have to move forward with a change, and they seem to be realizing that, right? So, there's a change coming up that has to happen. This is an energy that doesn't like change, or is very slow, probably both. Probably doesn't like change and is very slow to do it, so both of those things it can be an issue. It's coming up. This could be that one moment that could define the rest of this connection with this person. Because it is going to move forward fairly quick. It is. And I feel like I'm already frustrated when I see this coming forward. And because of the frustration, I'm like, well, it's going to have to change quick anyway. They're not going to like it because it's quick change and they're going to be bent out of shape about it, so I might as well do what I want to do. Don't do that. If you want to keep this connection, because this is going to be a defining moment, your knee-jerk reaction is they're not going to like it anyway. It has to change. I'm going to make the decision. I feel like Leo is making the decision and just moving forward. You're going to know what would work for them and what wouldn't, but you're kind of also going to have that feeling they're not going to like it anyway. They're going to be angry, so I might as well do what I want. Your instinct is going to be to go towards your joy. That's going to cause heartbreak. It's going to cause emotional devastation between you and this person that might not heal in this lifetime. That could cause it's very odd to have these two cards together. Your joy is going to cause them so much pain that they might completely break off from you. Keep that in mind. How this can go better, because you're going to have to make the decision. It's going to be you making the decision and moving forward. But I feel like you know what they want. That will keep this going. Especially because at some point they're going to have to acknowledge that the change was going to have to happen anyway. They're going to have to acknowledge that it had to happen. It needed to happen fast. It was just going to go forward. If you go the direction that you know that they want, this will keep going. This will be fine. They're going to have that issue. They're not going to like that it comes fast. They're not going to. They're not going to. There's going to be a problem with that. I don't know if this is a surprise to them. Maybe it is a surprise to them in the sense of like how fast or when. Not the fact that it is happening, but how fast it's happening and when it has to. Like they're like, oh, maybe they might be thinking, well, sometime in the next 5 years we got to make this choice. And it's coming up like, nope, we got to make it right now, and then you just have to go forward and get it done. Boom, done. They thought they had 5 more years. They're going to be bent out of shape about it, but they're going to have to also acknowledge, like, well, there was no choice. It had to be done. I thought it was going to be 5 more years. It wasn't. They will acknowledge that point at some point where it just had to be done. It's like what you're choosing to do with it. You kind of have a good outcome. This is kind of geared towards, like, what do you want versus what you're going to end up with. So it's kind of like if this person is important enough to you where you want to keep them connected with you, they are who they are. But like you can have success here and keep getting along and keep having a positive energy. Even though it's labored and it's a struggle, I do feel like overall it's positive. This could change that. Keep that in mind. This could definitely change that and permanently. So you can keep that success. You can keep that going. Although if you made your decision that you want this to end, that would end it too, by the way, is what I'm getting. I think that's what this reading is I think that's really what this reading is going towards. Do you want this connection to continue or not? Because once it's done, it's done. This is going to be one of those defining moments. If you go your own direction, they're going to be devastated, and that's going to be the end of it. It may be a slow skid to the end, but it'll end it. If you go with what you know that they already want, they'll acknowledge that it had to happen, and then you'll also get the accolades for like at least going in a direction that you knew they wanted. You got to think this out is what I'm getting with the Star card and the Victory. Where do you want this 2 years from now? Where do you want this 5 years from now? Where do you want this 10 years from now? Where do you want this connection? And if it's a work situation, I don't know, maybe subjective to like, I only think I have to work with them for 2 more years. Do you want these 2 years to be good, and you want this person to be an ally for things that you want when you want them? Do you want this person to speak positively about you? Go their direction, because they might actually get in your way. I see that Three of Swords. The Three of Angels is a Three of Swords. This could be somebody when you tick them off, when you piss them off, whatever. They become a thorn in your side, and they constantly create devastation around you, almost like they're trying to get even. Keep that in mind too. So, especially if it's like a work situation where this is like an employment or like a coworker or something like that, and you just went for what you wanted and disregarded what they wanted, and that's how they feel about it, they will cause you so much problems. So many problems that you will probably overcome in the long run, but you don't need those problems. The energy you spend overcoming those problems, you could have had so much more success doing other things. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. You gotta do what you want to do. I feel like what this reading is saying, like, think of your long haul game with this person. Do you want to stay in good connection with them? Is it important? Because the long haul game is like, it's going to affect what you want down the line. This is going to affect what you want down the line. So if you want to stay connected with this person in a positive way, keep that in mind when you make this next decision. If you don't really care, then you don't really care. Don't worry about it. But they're saying this person will get in your way, and it may cause you issue with the passion you're looking to create later on down the road. The Seven of Pentacles is a long-term game. Trees are pentacles in this situation. And it will affect what you get, how much of an abundance. Like, abundance is questionable in this situation. So it's kind of like when you get to the end of it and you piss this person off, it's kind of like getting $300. It's like, well, I got $300, so that's good. Versus if you stayed in good connection with them, when this is all said and done, you got $30,000. Which is better, $300 or $30,000? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference in outcome. Anything else? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.